And number 12, Jeremiah Morris. Let's get to that action. Let's get to it. Hope these teams.
And we greet you from Newport News, Virginia, and Woodside High School. It is the Woodside Way Hoop Fest alongside the coach Ed Young. I am Matt Hatfield. This is a matchup between the 4-2 Cavaliers of C.G. Woodson and the 3-0 Bulldogs from Kings Fork. Ed, the really good point guard for Doug Craig's team. Kalen Chilton, the sophomore, one of the best in the entire state. Kings Fork, though, they have physical bodies all over the court.
Yeah, I've not had the chance to see Woodson play. I know they're coached by an excellent person, good friend of mine, Doug Woodson and Craig. But I've seen Kings Fork play, and I've had an unfortunate to have to coach against them. Athletic, they get up and down. They're very physical. The key will be for Craig to handle the physicality, meanwhile get some buckets. For Kings Fork, do what you do. Be physical. Get it to the rack. They got a couple guys. Mr. Boston can shoot threes, and the big fella Morrison inside is a legit aircraft carrier inside.
Jeremiah Morris ready to jump it up for Kings Fork against Will Taylor of Woodson, the 6'5" senior. It's going to be Kings Fork controlling it with the tip. Adarius Boston in the high post. His jumper won't go down. Offensive rebound was hot potato, and Kalen Chilton will get it for Woodson. It's Kalen Chilton, Theo Burke, Noah Limbago, Ryan Corallo, and Will Taylor for the Woodson Cavaliers. And here is Woodson knocking it down with the three ball, as that's Corallo on the assist from Limbago, and Woodson jumps out to the quick three-point lead. We'll give it a 35 for Kings Fork in a second, as Adarius Boston will try the three-pointer, and he knocks it down. Adarius Boston hits the three ball on that long-range attempt, and we're deadlocked at 3. Chilton goes down the lane, and it is knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Woodson here.
Jump stop, 3.
And Kings Fork able to get a quick deflection here.
And Ryan Corallo gets the inbound.
Legend Bunch Jr., very active defensively. There's the double team with Capel and Wofford, and it's a jump ball. It will stay with Woodson here, as Theo Burke was the one that got tied up. For Kings Fork, it's Adarius Boston, Jeremiah Morris, Legend Bunch Jr., Melvin Wofford, and Khalil Capel, who is back with the Bulldogs. He started his career there, went to Norfolk Collegiate, and has since returned for Kings Fork, as we're tied at 3 apiece.
And he's a factor inside, outside. He can shoot the three, and he can take it to the hoop.
Here is Woodson off the bounce, kick in the corner. Three-pointer is money, as Ryan Corallo knocks it down. And early on, the Cavaliers have hit a pair of three balls, Ed, and the 2 losses for Woodson to highly ranked Class 6 teams, as it's Capel losing the rock. Here comes Chilton. Burke won't get the finish, rebounded by Kings Fork with Capel. The 2 losses for stolen away, though, as Chilton takes it from Capel, and it'll be a foul on the Bulldogs. So just to give you a little background on this Woodson team from Fairfax and Doug Craig's group here, as we get a quick timeout from Rick Height, Ed. Kalen Chilton, as a 9th grader, 12.3 points per game, 2nd team All-District. Burke, who's going to York College in Pennsylvania, was 2nd team All-District. And then you got Will Taylor's going to Case Western Reserve University in Ohio. Limbago's a 6'3 senior, and Corallo a 6'1 junior. A lot of varsity experience, 7 of the top 9 scorers from a year ago back in guard play, a strength for this team, with 10 varsity letter winners back for this C.G. Woodson group. And they lost 10 games this season ago, all by less than 9 points. The big question is, can they finish? And Kings Fork, we know about their ability to finish. This could go down to the wire today.
Yeah, I tell you what, the point guard Chilton, he is a good one. Only a sophomore, but he plays much like a seasoned senior veteran out there, and he really makes them go.
Rick Height's got a bunch of players, not just this group with Boston, Morris, Capel, Wofford, and Bunch on the floor, but he can go to his bench with Dakota White, Tyson Harper, George Porter, and Jamarion Walker. Really thinks his quality depth and playing fast with a good shooting team will be their strengths as we watch Chilton shoot these 2 free throws.
Yeah, they're similar to what we saw earlier today with Lansdowne and Oscar Smith. They're very physical. They'll take it to the hole. They've got a couple guys who can nail down threes if need be.
So here is Chilton hitting 1 of 2 at the line. We talked about what a good freshman season he had for the Cavaliers of C.G. Woodson. 6-4 lead for them here those Peanut City uniforms on the back of the jerseys. Boston misses it, and the rebound is collected by Will Taylor. Here it is, swing in the corner. Limbago for three. It won't go down. Rebounded by Kings Fork as Boston and Morris move it up the court. Now Melvin Wofford has it for the Bulldogs. Off the dribble. Here comes Legend Bunch Jr. They swing to Capel. His corner three won't go down. And the rebound is controlled by C.G. Woodson. Here's Chilton right now with the rock. Left-handed dribble into two defenders, and there'll be a bump on Jeremiah Morris. It's his first person.
Again, Chilton really makes these guys go in terms of court awareness, court sense. You get open, he's going to get you the ball.
Two losses for Woodson were by 22 in the opener to South Lakes, led by Michigan State signee Jordan Scott, the defending Class 6 champs, and by 12 to Hayfield, 50-38. We'll see them coming up. They did beat Edison by 20, Yorktown by 2, Roosevelt by 4, and Robinson by 23. Here it is, the inbound as Woodson with Corallo. He can't get it to fall. Capel comes down with it. And we've got a fast pace here to this one. It's going to be a spin move by Darius Boston off the glass for two as Boston gets the first 2-point field goal for the Bulldogs.
Now Boston can really make a squad go. He's a kid who can pop 30 any given game.
Here is a shot pop that won't go down for Theo Burke. Check that, Limbago rather. And now Capel has it. That was Tyson Harper with that jumper. Was that unassisted? I was looking down.
That was Harper. He transferred from Deep Creek.
Unassisted was my question.
No, I'm sorry. That was from number 2.
Alrighty. We'll mark that down for Capel. We got a traveling violation on Woodson as that will go right back over to Kings Fork. A lot of action here in the early going of our first quarter.
4:55 to go, first quarter.
As Taylor got called for the steps. Here's a lob, and Boston's going to flush it down. Good feed as Kings Fork finds him up top. Dakota White delivering that assist.
That is definitely part of their offense. That's not a hope and a prayer. That is a alley-oop play that they have in their arsenal.
So Dakota White getting it to Boston, and now Kings Fork has gone up 9-7. Activity from Kings Fork defensively. Really hounding him. It's going to be a steal. White gets the strip, and he's blocked by Taylor. And now it's a kick in the corner. Chilton for three, and it's money for Kalen Chilton. Nice find by Limbago to put Woodson back in front by a whisker.
That's a deep, deep three. I'm not sure even how they saw him as a deep three, but he was able to nail it down.
So now Kings Fork has the basketball. Three for Boston, and it's knocked down as Tyson Harper feeds it Darius Boston, and from long distance he puts the Bulldogs back up 12-10.
I tell you, these teams both got guys that can nail that shot.
Backdoor maneuver. Burke gives it to Limbago, and Limbago scores it. Burke and Limbago combining to make it 12
beautiful
apiece.
Cut down the middle by Limbago. Catch it, lay it in.
3:20 to go.
Limbago 10 points per game, 49% shooting from the floor on the season for this C.G. Woodson group. Boston loses the handle, and Chilton gets his third steal, and it'll be a whistle on Kings Fork, as this could very well be our closest game of the day, the way it's shaping up here early on.
And it's a lot of action. Guys are running stuff. Coaches are trying to get them in the right spots. It's a good one. This is a really good one so far.
We'll see if Woodson will dig into its bench at all here as we move forward. Right now, Kings Fork has gone to a couple of these early subs. Their depth being such a factor. Here's a handoff for Woodson. Corallo to Burke now. Up top to Limbago. Limbago behind the high post to Taylor. Three ball for Limbago. Doesn't go down. Rebounded by Kings Fork with Tyson Harper, and the ball will go to Doug Craig, who's looking to say, is it my ball or their ball? It's their ball. He thought he could steal a referee.
The key is when Doug caught it, he should have took a shot. Would have been to give him a chance to get him a shot up.
And the inbound for Kings Fork. This is a really entertaining battle to start. Kings Fork.
A lot of action, a lot of positive action.
Three from the top of the key. It won't go down. Offensive rebound comes back to Kings Fork. Here's Jeremiah Morris inside. He can't get it to go. His second effort won't go. His other rebound, and he loses it. It's taken away. I think Limbago got a piece of that.
I thought they got a piece of his head, but then again, they're letting him play.
Corner three will not go down for Corralo. Taylor gets the offensive rebound, and now Limbago pulls up, and his jumper won't go down. Another offensive rebound. Taylor feeds it into Corralo, and what a nice find as Woodson reclaims the lead, 14-12.
Well, I told you, I look at Woodson as one of those type of really smart teams. They know where their teammates are. Instead of forcing a shot, he just shovel past it over, bucket.
Bryson Holland Lane is on for the first time, number 4 for Kings Fork. Here's a deep three for Dakota White. Won't go down, and the rebound's going to be chased down by Theo Burke. Burke loses the basketball, though, as it's stolen by Holland. Holland Lane, and now there's a whistle as they're going to catch Limbago with the foul from behind. And a 14-12 lead for the Cavaliers. Now we get some subs on the court. The likes of 10, 11, and 24 will tell you who those young men are right now. 10 is Colin Morgan. He's a 6'3" senior for Woodson. 11 is David Gantimer. And he's a 5'10" senior. And 24 is Nassim Abid, a 6'2" sophomore. Here's Morris missing the shot, rebounded by Abid.
Now, substituting will be real key for Woodson because they're playing up tempo right now with Kings Fork, and it's going to be energy galore getting out.
Chilton, the sophomore, knocks it down from deep. How good is this young point guard? Ice water in the veins, 17-12 Cavaliers. Back come the Bulldogs. Melvin Wofford off the bounce. Leaning in, he's blocked by Morgan. Three ball for Chilton, and Chilton gets it to go again. How about Kalen Chilton as he's knocking it down from way downtown in this first quarter.
8-point lead now for Woodson.
Kings Fork down by 8, and here's a steal. Burke up ahead to 11, and it's good for Gantimer.
Gets that to go.
Theo Burke right now with 4 assists, Ed, and right now Kings Fork having trouble hanging on to the basketball. 22-12 is the lead for Woodson, and I think Kings Fork right now is a little shell-shocked at the way things have started for them. They'll be subbing back in Legend Bunch Jr. to go with Adarius Boston and Khalil Capel. You can't have wasted possessions against this team.
Woodson is doing to Fork what I thought Fork would do to Woodson. And Shelton, right now, I'm going to make a statement to you, Matt, right now. 14 seconds to go to quarter. Shelton's the best player I've seen on the court today, and it's only been one quarter. This kid can go. He can shoot it. He can dish it. He plays defense. He knows where people are, and he plays with reckless abandon in a positive way.
And already as a sophomore, Kalen Chilton's averaging 11.8 points per game, and really been a spark plug for this team, second leading scorer, but he's getting a lot of Division I attention, much like the young guards we've talked about throughout our broadcasts. We've had earlier Lansdowne's Damian Robinson, Rashad Shaw, and it's going to be the first personal on Theo Burke. So here is Khalil Capel at the line where he hits the first, another free throw coming up. Morris will be subbed out, and in for Kings Fork, we said that's George Porter, who's in, George Porter Jr., number 15.
No, George, I coached George last year at Nansemond River.
So George Porter Jr., one of Ed Young's former pupils, has entered the ball game.
10 seconds. Theo Burke picked up full court. Hopper.
Here is Burke over to Abid. They swing it back. Gantimer's three won't go down, and we've reached the end of one quarter of play. Let's catch our breath at the Woodside Way Hoop Fest. CG Woodson with a 22-14 lead on Kings Fork as Kalen Chilton leads the way for the Cavaliers with 10. We'll step aside and come back with more. Our game brought to you by the Coast Guard. Let's see what they're all about.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch. every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
Play guy over here.
Yeah, the play-by-play guy over there is
Every single.
And we're back here. Kings Fork trailing CG Woodson 22-14. Second quarter action from Woodside High School in Newport News with the coach Ed Young. I'm Matt Hatfield. Our game brought to you by Town Bank as we are ready for quarter number 2. CG Woodson with a 22-14 lead behind 10 points from Kalen Chilton, but not to be forgotten about is Ryan Corallo with his 8 points as well. A couple of threes as Woodson has come out 5 of 9 from three-point distance. Down low for Kings Fork. Here's George Porter Jr. 3 red shirts around him. He misses the shot inside, and it's rebounded by Burke for the Cavaliers. Double team comes on Woodson, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay with Woodson as Gantimer got tied up quickly by the Bulldogs. And Rick Height during that break from the end of the first quarter to the second quarter, Ed, he was very heated with his team as they've not been sticking to the game plan defensively and losing some shooters in transition.
Yeah, he really harped on about their defense. Lackadaisical defense and letting guys outrun them, out-hustle them, out-shoot them. They got to pick it up.
Here it is, pass over to Gantimer around the sideline. It's going to be a turnover back over to the Bulldogs in the white unis. And as Kings Fork will try to get on track here on the defensive end and see if that triggers a run offensively. Legend Bunch hands it off to Porter. Capel. Now it's Bryson Holland Lane. Darius Boston handing it to him. Legend Bunch Jr. It feels like Kings Fork is on turbo mode right now in this first half. And Boston goes right to the bucket and Porter puts it in on his miss. So George Porter, the Nansman River transfer, delivering for Kings Fork to trim the deficit to 6. Bulldogs bring that full court pressure now with Porter. Morgan's going to try to get rid of it. And it's going to be thrown away. Turnover for Woodson. And right now, you wonder, even though Woodson has answered the bell with the speed, they want to play up and down in this ballgame.
Well, they definitely have. I didn't think they would stay at this kind of pace. This is Kings Fork's pace, what they're really good at. But Woodson is really putting it right to them and actually making Kings Fork chase them.
One of the senior captains in Burke is on the bench now. Lumbago is on the floor, though, for Woodson with Chilton. And there is Khalil Capel getting the basket and one as Kings Fork is clawing back as we knew they would. They would not stay down for long without a fight.
Again, Kings Fork normally comes out and dukes you up 1-2 first all the time. This time it was Woodson coming out and getting them. So once Kings Fork get their composure, they'll be right back out. They're only down 3.
7-0 burst to answer that 10-point lead that Woodson had at 22-12. Here's Chilton. Multiple defenders getting in his pathway. They swing it. Down low to Morgan. Ball's loose, and it's going to be a tie-up for Kings Fork. It looks like it is going to be that with Capel, who gets the steal. And just the hustle from Kings Fork on defense really picking up here. Checking in now for Woodson, by the way, we've got number 4 on the floor. That's sophomore guard Brady Conklin.
Hey, hands off, baby. Let's go. Good deep.
Kings Fork can tie with a 3. They've made 2 so far in our first half, both from a Darius Boston. Here's Legend Bunch Jr. He turns left, back right, can't get the finish, and the rebound comes out to Morgan. Bunch still looking for his first basket. Chilton throws it. And then a missile pass is out of bounds along the baseline with Conklin. So Woodson with 4 turnovers in this second quarter. Ed, they had 3 the first 8 minutes of the game.
It's once again, it's only a 3-point ball game, but if I didn't look at the clock, I would think Woodson would be up at least 10.
Boston can't get that 3 to go down. Rebounded by Chilton. Up ahead. Up and under layup won't go down. And the rebound is cleared. And the shot won't go. Morgan getting the rebound on the misfire from Legend Bunch. frenetic pace here in this first half. Number 10 is in for Kings Fork. That's Benford Hunter Jr. And Legend Bunch just got called for the foul for Kings Fork. Bunch, a freshman with a lot of upside. You can just see his talent oozing here. Really the two leaders at 6'2", Boston, and 6'7", Morris, but they've got pretty good size at every position, Ed.
Yeah, Kings Fork, very good diversity in terms of grading. They got 4 ninth graders and looks like 5 seniors on the squad, plus, of course, junior, sophomore.
Here's Chilton trying to get some separation from Dakota White in the corner. Woodson's got it. Morris staying to the handler. And Taylor. Will Taylor is stuck. And he's going to get called for a 5-second violation. As right now, Woodson is having a hard time with some of this ball pressure that Kings Fork is applying. But Doug Craig's okay if they can keep the lead here. He'll make some adjustments at halftime.
Right.
Coming back in is Nassim Abid, as it'll be Lumbago getting a rest. So they take out one senior captain for the other. Burks on the court. Lumbago getting a breather, trying to keep these bodies fresh for the second half.
Kings Fork, again, they're settling down, they're running their stuff, and they're not, again, they're a quick shooting team. And when I say settle down.
And that almost tied it. White could not get, Harper could not get the tie on that three-point attempt. Woodson maintaining a 22-19 lead. They've not scored yet this quarter. Shelton trying to change that. He kicks it out to Corallo, and Corallo bangs home his third tray of the half. Ryan Corallo with 11 as Woodson pushes it to 6.
Dribble drive, kick out. Dribble drive, kick out. If you don't pick Shelton up, he's getting a layup. If you pick him up, he's kicking it out.
Ryan Corallo having himself a heck of a first half here. Here is Adarius Boston off the bounce. Can't get the finish. Rebound's going to be collected by Woodson with Abid. Corallo had 7 points against Robinson. Check that, Roosevelt, and 2 points against Robinson the last 2 times out. He's really increased his numbers, his averages, I should say, with this performance in this first half.
Will Taylor, he'll take his time.
Woodson with Taylor handing off to Chilton. Chilton trying to get by Harper, kicks it over to Burke. Up top, here's Kalen Chilton. That 3 won't go down, and it's going to be Morris getting the rebound where he's fouled. So Woodson's been pretty selective on its outside shots, but that's just their 3rd shot of the quarter as Kings Fork's been able to speed them up and create some turnovers. However, they're still down 6.
Well, for the beginning of the game, they were getting a lot of layups, and then they popped a couple threes. So you were getting bunched up all at once, and now the game is, adrenaline has died out. Both teams got to execute now. Both teams have taken each other's best punch. Now it's play the game.
And I'm sure as we watch the 3 attempt for a Harper not go down, rebound's going to be battled for and won by the one that shot it in Tyson Harper. I'm sure you love the rotations. These 2 teams going into their benches. Kings Fork with a 10-man rotation right now, and Woodson answering with 9-man rotation. That 3 off the mark as Kings Fork's taking some ill-advised shots, and Woodson's getting the rebounds now with Taylor. 6-point lead, chance to build it.
Well, I've seen with Kings Fork, they've gone a lot of rotation of different guards to really keep the pressure on. Wow.
Corallo.
3, Ryan with Corallo.
He's now hit his 4th tray as Lowell Lumbago finds him, and Woodson's up by 9. Now low in the post is going to be knocked out of bounds, but what a half that Ryan Corallo has had here.
Yeah, he's got a smooth left-hand stroke. I don't know what it is about left-handers, but their stroke in terms of knocking those shots down look a little smoother than the right-handers.
He's trying to work.
Here's Jeremiah Morris off the bounce, missing the shot, and Will Taylor getting the rebound. And this Woodson team has really grown up here in the last few weeks. You play South Lakes, you play Hayfield. Doug Craig, much like Rick Height does, they play some competitive teams on the out-of-district slate as we see Boston come in for number 10 in Benford Hunter Jr. But right now we're seeing if you rush some shots or you don't take care of the basketball, Woodson can make you pay with some snipers from deep.
You've got to cover everybody. You've got to cover everybody.
21 of their 28 points so far in this first half from behind the 3-point line. Chilton and Corallo accounting for all those threes right now, and Chilton's got it, the sophomore point guard, who people have been oohing and ahhing all over Northern Virginia. Behind the back, working on Dakota White gets in the lane. Chilton able to lay it up off the glass. Kaylin Chilton now up to 12, and it's an 11-point lead again for Woodson. Actually, their largest of the first half. Kicked in the corner to Boston from White, and it's way off the mark. Rebound to Woodson here, so C.G. Woodson has to feel great. Doug Craig didn't burn timeouts, didn't panic. They're up 11, and they have a chance to get to halftime with a double-digit advantage.
Right, even though they dipped down a little bit after that crazy opening start, they have simmered down a little bit, but they still execute, and they still make you work on offense.
Here's Burt, head fake, and it's good for Will Taylor, his first field goal of the half, and Burt's got 5 assists, 13-point lead for Woodson. Boston loses it. Taylor gets the steal. Here's Limbago in the lane. He gets hit. No call. It's going to be poked away by Harper. And now Dakota White will score it for 2 for Kings Fork. I thought he got hit on that, didn't you?
On a steal, yes.
Yeah, I thought he got hit.
There's a lot of physicality. They're letting them play, and I'm not sure who that favors right now because both teams are handling it.
Shot is no good for Burt, but Will Taylor is not blocked out underneath, and you know that's going to bug Rick Height to give up an offensive stick back, and it's a 13-point lead again. Kings Fork trying to get some momentum before the half.
Well, Kings Fork has gone to a 4-guard lineup, basically. They're a little smaller right now than Woodson is on the floor.
Here's Capel trying to drive right by Taylor. Can't get the finish, and Taylor gets the board. Here's a shot by Corallo. It won't go down. He's better from three-point distances. It'll be a Kings Fork basketball. He should shoot those threes instead of twos, right?
Yeah.
You can feel the energy increasing here in the building at Woodside High School. Two more games to come with John Marshall Hayfield, followed by the nightcap of Woodside Miller.
We had a couple games that really weren't close, and now the audience has picked it up. Because these two teams are really, really going at each other.
And a lot of the fan base in the attendance here are very vocal for their teams, whether they're pulling for Woodson or they're pulling for Kings Fork. That was a whistle on C.G. Woodson. Ryan Corallo, his first personal. Meanwhile, we see a substitution again for Kings Fork. Another new face on the court here. Ed, help me. That's number 20, Jamarion Walker. And subbing out for Woodson, it is Corallo. And we've got a whistle, quick timeout from Rick Height. So we'll take a quick one as well here. 40.8 seconds to go in the first half. Kings Fork trails C.G. Woodson 34-21. You're watching the Woodside Way Hoop Fest on Cova Sports TV.
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
CHKD Sports Medicine, one of our partners here. Whether your child competes as part of a basketball team, likes to ride a bike, or is on the road to Olympic glory, the multidisciplinary team at the CHKD Sports Medicine program is dedicated to the comprehensive treatment of illness and injury in pediatric and college athletes. CHKD Sports Medicine. 40.8 seconds to go in our first half. Adarius Boston gets the inbound from Dakota White. White looking down low for Jamarion Walker. They swing the basketball. A little head fake move for Bryson Holland Lane. Over to Adarius Boston. Boston, tightrope in the baseline, over to Harper. On the wing, Dakota White. In the lane, his shot's gonna bounce around and it's no good. Rebounded for Woodson. Morgan throws it up ahead, and I'm not sure they needed that. Stolen away.
Yeah, that was not there.
And stepping right to the basket for 2, it's Dakota White off the window as Kings Fork draws closer. Chilton behind the back, and his 3 to end the half is no good, but Woodson leads it by 11. They were up by as many as 13, and Kings Fork using their speed to really give this team some fits, we thought. And then we saw the discipline check in for the Cavaliers in the last 4 to 5 minutes of the first half when it felt like Kings Fork was about to tie the game or take the lead, Ed.
Right, Woodson did what they needed to do to keep them off. Again, penetration, kick out. penetration layup, defense, keeping Kings Fork away from what they want to do, pound it inside, get to the rack. They're keeping them away from doing that. I keep watching this game going back and forth, and I'm thinking that it's a 3-4 point ball game, and I look up here, it's an 11-point game. I'm like, what did I miss? Because Kings Fork looks like they're right in there now. I don't think they're shooting as well as they should be, need to be, and have been. And that's right now is probably their detriment. But the physicality, referees are letting them play, and I don't think that's a favor to either team, even though I've known Kings Fork for all these years, played against them. They are a physical team. They will come out and bump and run you from the get-go. I wasn't real sure about Woodson, but they've handled it and given it right back.
We'll come back with some halftime stats in just a little bit. You're watching Cova Sports TV's coverage of the Woodside Way Hoop Fest from Newport News, Virginia. Now this from Rush.
At Rush Soccer, our love of the game and the community we create doesn't stop when we leave the pitch or when the season ends. We are more than an individual player, team, club, or league. We are a truly global community of athletes, parents, coaches, professionals, and fans. We believe that youth sports and the pathway to a lifelong love of soccer have the power to form deep, meaningful connections that will fundamentally shape our players and those in our community. We believe that what we feel is the key to what we can achieve. Feel the pride. Feel the confidence. Feel the legacy. Feel the connection. Feel the trust. Feel the acceptance. Feel the purpose. Feel the difference. Feel the rush.
Get ready for a season of thrills and excitement. Virginia Beach United invites you to experience the adrenaline of USL League Two Pro Soccer. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $7 for kids, and children 5 and under are free. It's the perfect family outing filled with fun and entertainment. Secure your seats now for a season of unforgettable soccer moments with Virginia Beach United. Don't miss out.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now, for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hampton Roads has a long-running high school and college sports tradition. It's time to give them the spotlight they deserve. This is 757 Sports Talk.
Usually it's Hatfield. That's why I try to tell everybody, get on Hatfield. He is the legal scribe, the talking head that knows all this, puts the whammies on. We do things different on this podcast. That's why we're rated number 3 in the state.
You got Play-Doh?
Get out of here! We got people all over the globe watching with us. Sitting in a phone booth with you would be very...
Well, no, you got to have your own phone booth. I'm not sitting in a phone booth with you.
It is 757 Saturday Sports Talk here on COVID Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe.
It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D.
It's the Morning Drive with me, Johnny D.
He's live and he's local. The Morning Drive with Johnny D. Weekdays 6 to 9 on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Get ready for a season of thrills and excitement. Virginia Beach United invites you to experience the adrenaline of USL League Two Pro Soccer. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $7 for kids, and children 5 and under are free. It's the perfect family outing filled with fun and entertainment. Secure your seats now for a season of unforgettable soccer moments with Virginia Beach United. Don't miss out.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Hampton Roads has a long-running high school and college sports tradition. It's time to give them the spotlight they deserve. This is 757 Sports Talk.
Usually it's Hatfield. That's why I try to tell everybody, get on Hatfield. He is the legal scribe, the talking head that knows all this, puts the whammies on. We do things different on this podcast. That's why we're rated number 3 in the state.
You got Play-Doh? Get out of here! We got people all over the globe watching with us. Sitting in a phone booth with you would be very...
Well, no, you got to have your own phone booth. I'm not sitting in a phone booth with you.
It is 757 Saturday Sports Talk here on COVID Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe.
We're back here, third quarter about to start at the Woodside Way Hoop Fest with the coach Ed Young. I'm Matt Hatfield. It's Kingsport trailing CG Woodson 34-23. The numbers that stand out here: Woodson almost 50% from the floor at 13 of 27, but they've out-rebounded Kingsport 21-14.
Yeah, and I think up front, Woodson is a little bit more physical than Kings Fork. Kings Fork's got Morrison about 6'5", long arms. They got Capel probably about 6'2"-ish, 6'3", strong body, look like a linebacker out there. But Woodson really has some bodies that can compete with you up on the glass.
And 14 points on 4 of 5 shooting from long distance for Ryan Corallo, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals for Kevin Chilton. Kings Fork led by Darius Boston's 10 points on 2 of 4 from behind the arc. Bulldogs just 9 of 32 in that first half. They had 6 turnovers. Woodson had 10, and all of those except 3 came in the second quarter. But Woodson weathered the storm. It got down to 3, but they pushed it up to as many as 12. And here's a turnover as Chilton gets his 4th steal of the basketball game, taking it from Boston. Boston's been quiet since that first quarter where he had 10 points, Ed.
And he needs to score. He's to Kings Fork what Chilton is for Woodson. He's got to have the ball in his hands. He's got to score it. They got to get him open.
Deep by Chilton is no good, rebounded by Boston. And Boston can't get it to go. Rebounded inside. It's a jump ball almost. Nope, not quite. Wofford rips it away.
I think also, Matt, in the first half, Chilton, floor game, Corallo hitting those jump shots was the key for Woodson and the difference right now.
Boston missing it from deep, and it's going to be Woodson coming away at the board with Will Taylor. He's now got in this game, Ed, 9 rebounds for Woodson. Really been doing yeoman's work on the boards. Here's Chilton off the dribble, and how good is this smooth point guard from the class of 2027, Kalen Chilton.
Yeah, I tell you, I really, really, really like that kid. It's hard to think he's only a sophomore. He plays like a senior.
Spin move to Dakota White going right to the rack, and he can't get the finish. Chilton with the board. And right now, Kings Fork searching for answers. Here's Lumbago called for an offensive foul as he bowls over Kings Fork's guard right there in Legend Bunch. Oh yeah, guard I should say. He bowls over the big fella who draws the charge.
Yeah, he took a charge. He was coming in there hard, and he's built pretty strong, too.
But how about the defensive discipline for Woodson? They've not committed a lot of silly fouls because Kings Fork can live at the foul line with their ability to play so aggressive, fast, and loose.
Right. Yeah, it is. It's like
Capel
I said,
gets downhill for 2.
Woodson has matched and surpassed everything Kings Fork has thrown at him.
Here is C.J. Woodson now with Kalen Chilton. Lumbago finds Corallo for 3. This one won't go down, but Chilton gets the offensive rebound, and he lays it in for 2. Kalen Chilton now with 16 points to lead the Cavaliers, and they're up to 13 again, is that lead. Here's a 3 ball for Bunch. It won't go down. But they get the offensive rebound thanks to Dakota White. Capel can't get it to go, and his follow's going to be no good. And then they're going to say it's Woodson basketball. I didn't catch the end of that. Did you catch that? My view was blocked out there.
And it looked like a jump ball.
Good thing about Cova Sports TV is I can watch the replay and see what exactly transpired. If the action doesn't get too fast for me. Oh, he touched that out of bounds last. It's actually going to be a turnover. Now there's a steal, as it will be poked away by Capel, and Wofford gets it. So Woodson with a giveaway.
Hey, Travis, go.
5:18 to go, third quarter.
Good defense from Kings Fork that last sequence to get it away from Will Taylor. Bulldogs trying to cut it down to 11 or 10. Legend Bunch can't get it to Capel, and it's a turnover again for Kings Fork, who's starting to get sloppy with the basketball. They can't get a lot of easy shots in the paint, Ed.
Yeah, you can't come down 2-3 times in a row and come back with not at least 1 bucket out of those handling. You got to be able to score it. Turnover's not going to help you.
Lumbago has it knocked out of bounds by Legend Bunch Jr. Here it is. Deep 3 is not going to go down for the guys in the red unis, but they're going to call it on Kings Fork. We've got substitutions on the floor here. Dakota White goes out.
13-point lead. Taylor.
Here's Taylor with the head fake, and he scores it.
Good reverse layup inside.
Taylor from Limbago. 15-point spread at 40-25 in favor of Woodson, largest of the day. Legend Bunch's bounce pass is going to be knocked out of bounds. How about Limbago with 6 assists? Check that out. Last assist was from Limbago. Burke's got 5. Limbago's got 4.
You got it, too.
Jeremiah Morris to the game now.
Looks like Kings Forks brought back in Jeremiah Morris, who's yet to score in this game.
I'm shocked by that. When I saw him play earlier in the year, he was almost automatic bucket inside now. And he's not a jump shooter anywhere, but those long arms, he's not giving him what I know he normally can give it. If he gets it going, well, look out.
Deep shot for Harper, not going to go, and Woodson gets the board again. Corallo over to Chilton. Chilton's got the ball in a string right now. Here's Corallo. Chilton head fake. Can't get that one to go. Rebounded by Morris. At least he's getting rebounds. Morris had a thunderous dunk in the Virginia Preps Classic last year against West Potomac that really put the Wolverines at bay. It's blocked.
Block shot.
Oh, what a layup as it's scored by Theo Burke and one. What a sequence that was for Woodson to push it to 17 and a chance for 18. My, oh my, they have really given Kings Fork all kinds of trouble in this third quarter. Great block from Limbago, saving it up ahead, and Chilton with the great find with the assist on that last play, Ed. That was textbook from C.G. Woodson.
Running the floor, block shot, contain the block shot, get the outlet out. Chilton got it down on the right side. He could have went in on himself, but he saw his teammate a little bit more closer to the bucket. Pass it, lay it, foul, here we go.
Looked like that was actually both partially blocked from Taylor and Limbago. They both challenged that shot at the other end. So watch the replay of that. Free throw won't go for Burke.
Give Limbago
I'm going to give it to both of them because they both got a piece of it. And Limbago actually got the rebound off that block too. So 42-25. If I told you Kings Fork would be down by 17 in the third quarter, you'd say, Matt, did you graduate from Woodson or something? That's what you would have said before we walked in
and
there.
only have 25 points. I've never seen that with 3 minutes or so to go in the third quarter.
Here Jeremiah Morris looking to attack, and here's his first field goal at the 3:33 mark. Let's mark that down if it is something that gets Kings Fork awakened here. 42-27 is the count.
He's too good to be held scoreless to this point.
And Chilton throws it away, turnover.
Coach Craig was open, that's where he threw it to him. Unfortunately, he's out of bounds.
Adarius
Boston has it.
83 down the lane.
Off the dribble. He can't get it to go. Porter's going to try to put it in. And he does. George Porter with the basket for Kings Fork as George Porter Jr. trims it to 13. And the Bulldogs going to run before the quarter's over. Trying to get a steal. And it's going to be a steal for Kings Fork. Porter's finally going to get it from Burke. Uh-oh, here's a corner three. Doesn't go, but Boston's there for the putback on the misfire from Benford Hunter Jr. And that was big. Here's Chilton. No good. Rebound by Morris. Chance to turn it to a 9 or 8 point game.
They score here, it'll be a timeout.
And there's the basket from
timeout, Woodside.
Tyson Harper. Woodson, you mean?
Woodson, yeah.
They need a timeout here at Woodside, and Coach Doug Kretz sees it. Timeout on the floor here. Our game brought to you by Town Bank as they have reeled off 8 in a row, have the Bulldogs. We'll step aside. We've got more coming your way in just a bit here on Cova Sports TV.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763. Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. You need John Maynard. PFP, LUTCF, EA, all those initials behind his name mean he's qualified to...
All right, we've resumed play here with 2:18 to go in the third quarter. An 8-0 run here for Kings Fork, trimming a 17-point deficit to 9. And now a 10-second violation as Woodson could not solve it, as they have now turned it over, Ed, 5 times in this third quarter. I think all 5 turnovers have come in the last 4 minutes.
They set up the 1-2-2 three-quarter press after the timeout. They haven't showed it, and it worked. They got a 10-second violation.
Down the lane, here's Boston, but he's fouled going up.
Boston has made a concentrated effort this half to score more, and they need that. He scored early, and then he kind of went vacant in the second quarter.
So here it is for Adarius Boston, the third personal foul on Will Taylor. And Boston misses the free throw. He's got 12 in this game, 10 of which came in the first quarter.
Colin Morgan into the game.
Ball is you. What does that mean?
It's corny statements people come up with trying to be different.
Morris is there for the putback, and how about that break? He misses both free throws, and now it's 42-35, 10 in a row. Rattled off by the Bulldogs, and Rick Height's team, they can feel the momentum on their side. They're back in this one. Burke over to Lumbago. Can Woodson hang on? Up ahead, the shot's no good. Rebounded by Morris. He's becoming a major factor on the glass. An animal in the lane. Both of his field goals in this quarter. After a scoreless first half, Boston can make it a 4-point game with a 3-ball. Over to Harper, down to Morris. Fighting up against Lumbago, and it's blocked from behind as Morgan comes over to make a great rejection. It will stay with Kings Fork with 76 seconds to go in our third period.
Kings Fork obviously has won the third quarter so far. You said 1:16 to go, but they have won this third quarter to got their mojo back a little bit, and then the press is bothering Woodson.
Here it is with Boston, almost losing the handle, and what a move. Couldn't get the finish, and the rebound comes to Morgan and C.G. Woodson. Woodson trying to slow the pace down to where they want it. Double team comes on Chilton. They want to get the ball out of his hands, and you don't blame him for that whatsoever. Can Woodson keep its poise and composure? That's the big question here down the stretch.
That foul's on Tyson Harper.
We apologize for our score bug not working at the moment. We are efforting getting that fixed for you so we can take the scores. 42-35 with 49 seconds to go in our third quarter. Here's a 3-ball for Gantimer. Won't go down. Rebound for Kings Fork with Benford Hunter Jr. Porter's got it. And it's knocked out of bounds.
7-point lead.
7-point lead right now.
Got a player down for.
And there's an injury that is to
bumped his head.
Colin Morgan. So while he's being tended to, we will step aside. It's 42-35 in favor of C.G. Woodson, but a 10-0 spurt for Kings Fork. You're watching the Woodside Way Hoop Fest from Woodside High School in Newport News on COVA Sports TV.
COVA Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
And we're back here on Cova Sports TV. Again, we're still efforting getting that score bug fixed for you. It's 42-35 in favor of C.G. Woodson on top of Kings Fork. Bulldogs, though, hustling back in this game behind George Porter, Adarius Boston, Tyson Harper, and Khalil Capel, all with baskets here, as they're getting a lot of different players to contribute during this spurt.
They played much more Bulldog basketball this quarter than they did the first half.
Bulldogs basketball. I like that. You're going with the old cliche there. What is Bulldogs basketball? Ed? We get a chance to ask Rick Height that if they are to come back and win.
It's rough basketball.
Look
baby.
at
That's
you.
the Bulldog.
You are full of corniness on this Saturday before Christmas. And all through the house, not a creature is stirring, not even Ed Young or a mouse. All right, we got a substitution now as checking out for Kings Fork. It's George Porter Jr. Here's a three in the corner for Tyson Harper, and he rains it down. Tyson Harper. Uh-oh, it's a 4-point game.
That was big. That was big.
Woodson trying to hold it together here after being up by so much, and it's thrown away by a bead. It was 42-25 earlier in this third quarter, Ed.
Yeah, Woodson has come back down to earth a lot. And Kings Fork is just get back to playing with the basketball they're normally playing.
Ball is lost. Chilton with the steal. And they can't get the shot off before the quarter ends. End of three. It's 42-38 in favor of C.G. Woodson, but Kings Fork on a 13-0 burst. And we'll see if they can complete the comeback. An epic one here on Cova Sports TV. Let's hear from Dairy Queen, where it's fan food, not fast food.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Now, for a limited time on the $7 Meal Deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
And we're back here with you on Cova Sports TV. It's Kings Fork trailing C.G. Woodson 42-38, as inbounding right in front of us is Woodson's Noah Limbago, the senior, at a 42-38 lead for Woodson. It was once 17 points. Can they get to the finish line and accomplish the mission to get to 5-2? But this Kings Fork team with those Peanut City labels across the back of their jerseys really making it hard for them here at Woodside High School during this run.
Yeah, I tell you right now, all the momentum is towards Kings Fork. Woodson has the 4-point lead, but all the momentum is to Kings Fork. Woodson got to run a little bit more clock. They got to make some key shots.
There's going to be a foul on Khalil Capel, who puts his hands up incredulous at the call.
His second. Jeremiah Morris, he'll get a rest. Into the game.
Now Kings Fork elected to go smaller, taking Morrison out.
Jeremiah Morris heads to the bench, and Kings Fork going with a guard lineup that includes Bryson Holland Lane, George Porter Jr., Adarius Boston, Tyson Harper. And there's a fine, but a missed shot.
It was a beautiful
cut.
One to go. Yeah, beautiful cut, but he got to make that layup.
8B3, Adarius Boston.
It's a good look inside there, too, on the cut.
Also picked up by Noah Limbago.
Capel, Boston, Harper, Porter, and Holland Lane, and it's going to be stolen away. Chilton to the rack, and what a basket for Kalen Chilton.
Now he's been held scoreless a little bit too long also.
And 83 stepping through the lane. He's fouled. That is sending him to that line to shoot 2 shots.
A couple of free throws now with 6:43 to play. And we apologize, folks. We're still efforting getting that score bug working. I think something across the way has been unplugged.
Yeah, somebody unplugged us on the other side.
Unfortunately, we can't
put
get it
their
back
charger in or something. We'll find out who it was. And they'll pay a price. They will pay a price.
They'll pay a price.
Nick will take care of him. No, Nick will take care of him.
Is he a tough hombre somewhere?
Yeah, either that or they're going to have to go on a date with Jimmy. We're going to take care of whoever that was.
All right. Well, that would be a hard night for somebody.
Be a hard 5 minutes.
Free throw coming for Boston. You're something else. You know that? Second free throw is good. He'll keep you posted on football scores, though. We can tell you that with 6:43 to go.
Yeah, I need a Pittsburgh Steeler Baltimore Ravens.
Morgan up ahead in the front court. Burke. Double team coming with Boston and Porter. Morgan trying to find someone in a low block. Limbago's got it. Limbago just 2 points in this game. They need someone else to score right now, as Woodson has been stuck on the 40-plus point mark. Haven't gotten to the 50s yet. As they're really having a hard time getting into their offensive sets. And losing the rock, it's going to be George Porter with the steal of Burke and another turnover, as Kings Fork's defense has really locked down in the last several minutes of this game.
Kings Fork is scoring more, so they're playing more enthusiastic defense. Woodson is trying to be a little bit more deliberate on the offense, but a lot of that's because Kings Fork's in their way. They're not just scoring like they did at will earlier in the game. So it's a combination of a couple of things happening here, which is why we're back into a game.
Boston over to Porter. Now Capel's got it. Top of the key over to Boston. Here's a three, and that was a little short. Rebounded by Chilton. Cavs do have a savvy floor general to get them to the finish line. And not just him, they have Burke and Limbago who can handle the ball with him. And I think they have to play in concert with each other down the stretch, right?
Now, and yes, and the big thing they got to find out, they were hitting him well. Corella. He is not only hasn't made a shot, it seems like, I don't know if he's touched the ball.
He has only attempted one shot in the second half. It was a three-pointer he misfired on.
Yeah, in the first half he was pretty much
money. You're right. He had 14 points.
Yeah, they've got to get him involved.
Oh, what a cut down low, and it's going to be a basket for Theo Burke.
Beautiful. That's running your offense. That's running your offense.
Feed from Morgan, 46-40. Capel against two defenders, and he scores it as Khalil Capel Jr. is up to 9 points and starting to get his engine revved up. Full court pressure now. Up ahead, Limbago to Corallo. Chilton thought about a three. Oh, I think he might have got away with steps there.
No. He kept his toes on the ground. It was not up and down.
Kings Fork fans were saying he did.
Obviously, the opponents want everything.
Okay, well, take your word for it.
That's why when I coach, and that's what I do. I want every call. I don't want no 50-50. I want anything that can go my way, go my way.
Are you surprised how relaxed Doug Craig is across the way right now? He's got the arms crossed on the bench. He's not too nervous.
I think he's, you got to let your team play. I always say, guys, you got yourself in it, you get yourself out of it.
Oh, almost shuffling the steps there, but a really crafty, hard take from Theo Burke. He almost got called for steps, but he stayed under control, which was good to see. And a couple of foul shots coming against this ferocious Bulldogs defense, and it'll be the second foul on Adarius Boston. So here is Theo Burke at the line for Woodson. If you're wondering about him from the free throw line, Ed, well, I can tell you what he shoots.
I was wondering about him from the free throw line. He's pretty good.
He hits it, and he is a 71% shooter from the line.
We're getting it close to the, I always say from the 4-minute mark down, you got to make every free throw. But in this game, I'm going to say 5:02, make every free throw.
He makes them both. Two big ones from Theo Burke. The veteran guard for Woodson, who's going to York College in Pennsylvania.
I know exactly where York is.
Here's Capel down the lane again, but this time it's challenged and contested, partially blocked by Limbago. Now it's Corallo bouncing inside to Morgan. He scores it off the window for two. Colin Morgan picked a good time to get his first field goal of the game. And now those other pieces to go with Burke, Chilton, and Limbago getting involved. Morgan with a bucket, had an assist. Corralo touching the rock, even if he doesn't shoot it. They're starting to get all the other pieces to touch the basketball.
Well, if they can withstand all this so-called 1-2 punch from Kings Fork, maintain a lead and get into that 3-minute mark where they can milk the clock a little bit, they'll be okay. But if they're down under that 3-minute mark, they're going to be trouble.
They try to bounce it in underneath.
And Woodson has led, if I'm not mistaken, correct me, Matt, they've led the whole game.
Woodson has been in control of it. Not the entire game. Kings Fork had a lead early in the first quarter. Harper's three won't go down. You're close, though. Here's Morris trying to nudge his way down low. Here's Dakota White. Melvin Wofford, who's going to be the true point guard or playmaker for Kings Fork? They have a lot of guards on the floor. That's a deep shot for Wofford. It won't go down. Rebounded by, looked like Chilton had it. Here's Morgan to Corralo. Can't get the finish. Rebounded by Legend Bunch Jr. And there's a foul.
Gotta make the layups. Gotta make the layups. Remember now, 5 fouls in a quarter makes it 2.
That's correct. And it's going to be the third personal foul against Morgan, who's been used as a reserve off the bench here. Ed Young's upset that Diamondbacks have acquired Josh Naylor. He'll get over it. 4 minutes to go in regulation.
The Yankees should have got him. What in the world?
You got Goldschmidt at center. No, it was a big three. Knocked down by George Porter Jr. Picked a great time to rise to the occasion for the Kings Fork Bulldogs. Dakota White and Melvin Wofford defending against Chilton.
Picking up the defensive intensity. Ryan Corralo.
Here's Corralo along the baseline, over to Burke. Lumbago's got it, bouncing up top to Theo Burke.
Lumbago hasn't looked to score much lately.
No, he hasn't. Here's Burke. There's Lumbago. He better shoot it. Well, he won't. He'll pull it out. I thought he would take that shot. It was a good look.
Yep, I thought
maybe a tad too unselfish right now. Double team comes on Chilton, and Doug Craig wants a timeout. No, he's going to let him play through it. He was about to call a timeout. Official did not grant it to him.
No, they've got to get a shot out of this.
Here's Chilton, and that's why you don't call timeout. Kalen Chilton with an and one. How good is this 2027 PG from CGW?
You got to know your team. Coach Craig jumped up and he almost went touch the referee for a timeout.
He did and came right back.
And then he saw Chilton take the drive and he just stepped back and then it goes and he gets a chance for a three-point play.
Huge basket plus one for Kalen Chilton. CG Woodson with that free throw conversion now leads Kings Fork 53-45 with 3:10 to go. Stolen away by Chilton. That's his 6th steal of the day, and he got the layup to go. Kalen Chilton rising up in crunch time for the CG Woodson Cavaliers, and now there's a whistle. It's back up to double figures at 10.
When you're working the ball before that play there, it's imperative you got to get a bucket after working it. If you don't get it, you're in trouble.
23 points, 6 rebounds, 6 steals to go with 3 assists for Kalen Chilton in this basketball game.
He's done it. He's done well this game.
What a game he is having.
Timeout, what's it, 30 seconds?
2:50 to go. While we have a 30-second timeout, you can hear about Town Bank. We won't let you miss the action, though. We got picture-in-picture for you. It's Ed's favorite type of viewing.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us. And the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
We're back here at Woodside High School in Newport News with the coach Ed Young. I'm Matt Hatfield. It's a good one here, Ed. 55-45 with 2:50 to go. What's Kings Fork got to do to get closer? What's Woodson got to do to put this away?
Now, if Woodson's going to take a little bit more time off the clock each time they have the ball, milk it, so to speak, but they got to get a shot off with the 2. Be nice to get the points. Kings Fork, keep applying the defense, and you got to hit your shots too.
2:50 to go. It's Kings Fork down by 10. Here's Boston for 3. Not going to go down. They have struggled from deep, and Lumbago got the board. So far in this one, Ed, 4 of Let's tally it up here.
Got to put him on that line.
4 of 22 from deep for Kings Fork in this game.
And now we are in the bonus for both teams. When you hit 5 fouls, and if you create 5 fouls, the other team starts shooting 2 free throws. So now Woodson going to the foul line for 2, and they're a fairly good free throw shooting team.
They really are. Here at the line, it is none other than Theo Burke. And he converts the first. We talked about him being 71%. We look at some of their better foul shooters. Abid at 75, Chilton at 72, Corallo at 67%, Lumbago's at 64. And that one is good. 2 for 2, 57-45, 2:43 left. As C.G. Woodson is trying to get to the finish line. Here is Dakota White with the basket, 57-47 with 2:29 to go. Here's Morgan thinking about a 3. Won't take it. Chilton, will he take it? You know he'll think about it.
Yeah, he draws people. That's the key, he draws people.
3 trays in the first quarter and a quick timeout by Doug Craig, a smart one with a 10-point lead, 2:04 to play. And tell you what, the folks in the 757 are finding out this afternoon, Ed, that they play some really good basketball up there in Northern Virginia Patriot District with teams like the South Counties, the Fairfaxes, C.G. Woodson, Hayfield, who we'll see coming up. Obviously, South Lake's defending Classic State champion. It's pretty good to see the contrasting styles, but Woodson's been able to function both full court and half court.
Yeah, I'm impressed today by their full court game. I think they were more known for a half court game. They came right out of the gate and really went at Kings Fork, and I thought Kings Fork kept backing up, and they've never done that. I've seen them so many times. I've never seen that.
Here's what I'm thinking, because I have to take a bathroom break. I might do the interview with Kalen Chilton and you interview Doug Craig. You cool with that? Otherwise, I might wet myself here before the next game starts. You all right with that?
Yeah, I could. You do Shelton, I'll do Craig.
All right, that'll work. Well, we can play rock, paper, scissors, and you take the kid, I take Coach Craig. Doesn't matter to me, but I'm trying to get to the finish line. If we go to overtime, it could be dicey for me right now. I have not gone since we started.
That's a little bit too much information for our audience.
Yeah, I know. He got hit in the face. No call. Boston hit him. Looked like it was at the head area inadvertently. You see that? He got hit, and Chilton played through that. He literally hit in the face area.
Most players would just drop the ball and whatever.
They would have complained to the referees about it. He keeps competing. How about that?
Yeah, he got smacked.
I have to ask him about that if they're able to hold on and win this game. Uh-oh, stolen away. And it's taken, easy layup. And that one is good quickly by Tyson Harper. He was cat quick on that, wasn't he?
Very okay. Like he got shot out of a cannon. He looked like you going into a buffet.
Another steal. Capel gets it, and there's a foul.
Blocking foul. Ooh.
Tell you what, Woodson having a hard time with that full court pressure. They're going to have to be smart and solid with the basketball down the stretch. 1:31 to go. They can make it a 2-possession game. And anybody that watched Western Michigan Valparaiso yesterday knows that a game's not over until you have triple digits on the clock. If you didn't see that, it was a 22-point lead for the Broncos at home against visiting Valpo, and they could not shut the door in that game as Valpo hit a 3 from half court. It was the #1 play on SportsCenter's top 10.
It would be a game that you would hope somebody didn't lose big money on that one because it would have been over early.
Yeah, Linda Cohn was doing the highlights, one of your favorites. Oh, missed shot inside from Darius Boston. Blocked by Limbago. How about Limbago with 4 blocks in this game? We'll stay with Kings Fork, 7-point deficit. We apologize, our score bug is still not working, folks. We're still stuck in the third quarter on our graphics. Cord was unplugged across the way, but we'll try to get it fixed before John Marshall and Hayfield get underway. For all of you out there, then we have the nightcap with Woodside and Miller School. But we have popped it up a couple times, and we're still frozen on our graphic clock there, so I'll give it to you as we have a chance. You know, it enhances the viewing experience. Now it's going to be blocked by Limbago again as he got another piece of it, Ed. How about Limbago now with partial blocks on 5 shots? I've given him 5. He's probably going to get credited by the stat keepers before, but he's been really a factor defensively in this game.
Well, I didn't want to say it earlier. You can't give 2 kids a block shot on 1 shot attempt, which you did.
All right.
But
so you want to give them 4? Okay.
You have to give them a half, because half of the half
4.
equals
It's like,
1.
It's like half a sack in football?
That's what you have to do. I mean, I know you're gracious and you want to help these youngsters out, but I didn't want to say nothing, but I'll say it now.
Says the guy who used to give Nick Wright 21 rebounds when he had 16. Here is Nick's not out there watching.
That has never happened. I do the 9s. If a kid has 9 rebounds, I give him 10.
Oh, no, they foul a 3-point shooter as Morgan commits his 4th foul, and that's a no-no with 1:16 to play. You can't have that, and Doug Craig and his coaches are just beside themselves right now.
Yeah, that wouldn't make you go to the water fountain.
Well, that's what happened yesterday with the Western Michigan Valpo game. They fouled a 3-point shooter, and that helped the comeback when it looked like it was done with under 2 minutes to play. Here is Harper with the free throw, and it's good.
Decent free throw shooter. Harper's decent. Youngster is a transfer from Deep Creek last year. I remember him at the guard spot. Him and Dakota White.
Is he a sophomore? That's what I'm showing here on the R score. Okay, I thought he was a junior, but okay. I'll take your word for it. We unfortunately, the phone scanning rosters for Kings Fork did not come through with heights and grades for some. We do apologize about that as well. And Harper's latest free throw is good. 3 for 3.
And right now we're right back in it.
57-53. Lee, are you with Kings Fork now? That's the inbound.
Yep.
Pulled in with Taylor. Have to be mindful of the 10-second count. Here's Chilton, who's played a well of a ball game. Over to Theo Burke. Double team comes to Lumbago. Lumbago now to Taylor. Triple team comes.
Got to come to the ball. They got to come to the ball.
Here's Theo Burke.
Because they're going to double team you as soon as you pick it up.
And then the foul. 55.1 seconds to go. I'd be curious to hear what Coach Craig tells us about playing this style of basketball, different from what they see in Northern Virginia, and also the growth of Kalen Chilton, their young point guard today, who has just been phenomenal. Here's Theo Burke, though. You can't forget about him, the York College commit, who's at the line, hits the first free throw. His foul shooting has been clutch in his 4th quarter, Ed.
Yes, but I refuse to say these are big free throws because I don't know in a game when free throws aren't
not big. Well, a make here still makes it a 2-possession game. Miss it's a 2-possession game, so Kings Fork is far from out of it. 59-53 with 55.1. Here's Capel from deep, and it rims out.
Ooh, that would have been, they needed that one.
They get the offensive rebound. Here's another deep 3. Porter won't get it to go. Another rebound, Capel inside. Can't get it to go. They play on another offensive rebound. That one popped out for Holland Lane. Offensive rebound for Boston. Here's another 3. How many threes will they get up? Boston steps through, can't get the layup to go. And finally, Woodson's going to get a rebound. And amazingly, after all of that, they had how many offensive rebounds?
5 shots. 5 shots. 5 rebounds.
19 offensive rebounds in the game, and they had 5 on that possession, right?
Yes.
Crazy. And that's going to finish the day for Khalil Capel, who will foul out with 10 points to go with 5 rebounds, 3 steals. This has been a heck of a battle here as Kalen Chilton. 23 points for him on the day. 9 rebounds and 6 steals. And he hits the first free throw. 24, 9, and 6. Can he get to 25 points here? 60-53 is the count. Woodson on top with 15.9 seconds to go. Doesn't hit this free throw. Rebounded by Kings Fork with Bryson Holland Lane.
12 seconds to go. Porter
all the way to the basket. George Porter Jr. gets the hoop, and Rick Height calls a timeout, even though the clock continues to run, so they'll try to fix that
I
here.
think that's about 7.8 seconds.
That's a timeout.
60-55 with 6.2 seconds to go. And at this point, you'd have to get a steal and have something heroic happen. Really, that response to the Kings Fork run. Remember, they rattled off to end that third quarter, Ed, 13 points. And the response that the fourth quarter had for Woodson with their veterans like Limbago and Burke, even though Corallo didn't score after the great first half, helped them. And of course, Kalen Chilton put on his Superman cape and helped them get here to where they can move to 5-2 on the campaign.
Well, now here's an interesting point here, Matt. It's 9 seconds to go. So if they inbound the ball, they don't have to go past half court. They can just hold it. They're going to get fouled. Kings Fork's going to foul immediately on the inbound. Get it to a shooter. Get to your best free throw shooter. You don't have to throw the ball anywhere. You can just hold it because the 10-second backcourt rule is out.
Going to be inbounded with Burke. He's trying to get it into Corallo, having a hard time. And they're going to say a timeout before he's got one left, and this one does Doug Craig. And we will take a quick timeout as well. We'll do picture-in-picture for you, as you'll hear about One Life.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
All right, we've got 9 seconds now on the clock after the officials adjusted it.
Yeah, that's what I said, 9 seconds. They don't even have to get it past half court. Get in and hold it. Kings Fork's going to foul, but you got to get it in. The key is to get it in. Now they got an inbound, specific inbounds play on this.
Limbago is the one that will be
Somebody going to go
inbounding it.
long, but they'll throw short.
Limbago bounces into Chilton, and Chilton's going to get fouled, so he'll go to the foul line with a chance to salt this one away with 6.7 seconds to go. We told you about Chilton on the season from the free throw line, 72%. He came into this game just 2 of 16 from 3 at 13%. Think about that, 2 of 16, and he's 3 for 3 to start the game off from three-point distance. How wild is that?
Like I said, the beginning of the game, there was a ton of it.
Yes, sir. One more to go at the line. Chilton.
Makes them both.
3 seconds to go.
And it's going to be Chilton getting a steal as the game ends, and he dunks it, but it won't count. And that will do it. Final score, 62-55 as they get the W in this one. And I think it's pretty known who our MVP is for this game with 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 steals.
Absolutely.
For Kings Fork, Ed, I'm thinking Adarius Boston with 14 points and 7 rebounds. As Woodson wins it 62-55, and we'll see if we can get Kalen Chilton, number 3, and Coach Doug Craig to come over here for the interview. And join us here in a moment. What a ball game this was. Good back and forth flow and action, and Woodson is able to prevail to move to 5-2 on the season. The first blemish for Kings Fork, who drops to 3-1 on the year.
Yeah, Kings Fork never totally fully recovered from that opening punch. They got it close. The second half was more them than it was Woodson. So they did what they had to do in that second half, but it just wasn't quite enough. And again, Woodson is a very good team, so it wasn't like they're playing somebody that don't know what they're doing.
Absolutely. So we'll hopefully be hearing from Coach Doug Craig and Kalen Chilton in a moment, as I think Kalen Chilton right now is getting interviewed across the way from some of the videographers who are here for the Woodside Way Hoop Fest. What a game he had with 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 steals. We'll let you talk to Coach Craig, and I can take my break. And
you sure don't want to get the youngster first. He might be impatient.
Yes, and those are the numbers here as we give it to Stephon Welsh, who will have that for us. If you want to take a picture, I'll also give you a Darius Boston as our choice for Kings Fork. If you want to check that out, 14 points for Boston, and he ended up with 7 rebounds. Yep, yeah, there you go. If you want to check the picture of that, if you want to take a picture, those are your stats there, yep. And we'll have Kalen Chilton coming over here to talk with us here. He's going to get his trophy first.
If you got him, you want to get him. Yeah,
yep,
he's going to get
his trophy. Yep, he's going to get his trophy first.
No, get the trophy first.
Okay, here we go. Well, we'll see here. He's coming. Well, he's going to come over and
get his trophy.
I don't know what. Jimmy just overruled the head coach of Woodside for
That's
that.
That's unbelievable.
And Stephon Welsh. So we will have come over here. We'll get Kalen Chilton to join us here, our player of the game here. He will sit down and join us here in a second. Coach Young will get you set up, and then Coach will be talking with his head coach and Doug Craig, who joins us here on the Woodside Way. Hoop Fest performance today for Kings Fork and C.G. Woodson. 62-55 is our final score, as we are now joined by the sophomore point guard for the Cavaliers of C.G. Woodson, Kalen Chilton. 26 points, 9 rebounds, 6 steals. Congratulations. How'd you guys pull off this victory in the 7-5-7? A lot of people doubted you all, but you came through and got it done.
It was a dog fight. You know, it was really physical, but we stuck through it and just played as a team.
Tell me about, you get a 13-point lead, you build it up to 17, and they make a run at the end of the third quarter. What did Coach Craig tell you all in terms of keeping your composure and your poise in the fourth quarter when they're getting behind the crowd and the defense and all those Kings Fork fans?
Coach, he great coach. He told us, we basically knew they was going to go on the run, but he basically just said, stay composed, just basically play as a team. Just keep going.
You've got an MVP trophy here for folks that can check it out here. You're the game's MVP. Tell us about what's this mean to get this win. You've had a couple of tough battles this year up there in Northern Virginia. South Lakes, who won the state championship last year, which was a goal for you guys. And Hayfield is getting ready to play John Marshall coming up. What'd you learn from some of those defeats that have helped you now as you go into the new year?
Every single player is a great team. Basically, just stay mentally prepared, mental toughness. That's basically all it is.
Coach Young, my broadcast partner, says you're the most impressive player he's seen so far in terms of sophomore guards around. For those that haven't watched you play and they'll be watching the stream back, what do you think are the best traits of your game, and what have you worked on from freshman year to now?
I feel like I'm a great scorer, but of course I'm a pass-first guard. Basically, I just do anything to get the win.
Tell me about your teammates. Theo Burke, Ryan Corallo hit some big shots in the first half, and Noah Limbaga. How's the chemistry going with you guys?
Oh yeah, it's perfect, tremendous. I love my teammates. I can't do anything without them. They basically, every time I get down, they're right there. It's great teammates. I love to be in them right now.
How about for you? Have you gotten some recruiting attention yet? Any offers? Who's showing some heavy interest at this point? You're just a sophomore. I'm sure it's going to come.
I don't got no offers right now, but I got several interests.
Okay, who are some of the schools in the picture in terms of interest?
Old Dominion, Virginia Tech, West Virginia, Mount St. Mary's, New Hampshire University, VCU.
Who was the one you said? You said before VCU? You said before VCU was the one you said?
New Hampshire University.
Okay. And a couple more for you, let you run here. Tell me about who you like watching when you put on TV and you watch basketball. Who's your NBA guy? Who's your 2K video game guy? I'm sure you have one.
I love Anthony Edwards. I love how you go.
That's funny. We just talked with Damian Robinson of last time earlier, who got MVP, and he mentioned the T-Wolves as a favorite of his. For you all to get this win, beating Kings Fork, what was it like against some of those aggressive guards? And this has got to be something you can build on, right?
Right, because he is very different from what we play in. But I love how they play. It's great up here.
And be honest, I'm sure Coach Craig will come over here and talk with Coach Young about this as we continue our broadcast. Northern Virginia comes down to 7-5-7. This was a little bit of a business trip, but also personal to show the brand of basketball you all play is also pretty good, right?
Right, yeah.
All right, Kalen Chilton, congratulations. MVP today, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 6 steals. Go enjoy it with your teammates and safe travels back. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Kalen Chilton, our MVP and player of the game. We'll be taking a timeout, and when we come back, Coach Craig will be joined by Coach Young here on our broadcast here, so I can take a quick bathroom break, and Nick will take care of all that. You're watching Cova Sports TV. C.G. Woodson, a winner today, 62-55 over the Kings Fork Bulldogs. 757 Saturday Sports Talk comes your way every Saturday, and here's what it involves. Stay tuned.
Hampton Roads has a long-running high school and college sports tradition. It's time to give them the spotlight they deserve. This is 757 Sports Talk.
Usually it's Hatfield. That's why I try to tell everybody, get on Hatfield. He is the legal scribe, the talking head that knows all this, puts the whammies on up, We do things different on this podcast. That's why we're rated number 3 in the state.
You got Play-Doh? Get out of here! We've got people all over the globe watching with us. You sitting in a phone booth with you would be very.
Well, no, you got to have your own phone booth. I'm not sitting in no phone booth with you.
It is 757 Saturday Sports Talk here on Cova Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
All right, we're back here with Cova TV Sports here with the victorious Doug Craig, W.T. Woodson High School. Just a heck of a battle with Kings Fork School. I'm very familiar with, one of our opponents, but. You know, Coach, I got a lot of admiration and love for you because I've known you over the years. I like the way you approach it. I watched your team play tonight first time in a while. I've seen everything. I know what your guys can do because of you. They kept their composure, execute, defense, listen in a timeout, know how to substitute, stuff that drives nuts coaches. The thing that got me about you guys that surprised me, you came out in a flurry. Yeah. And the old statement, you punched them in the mouth. That's what Kings Fork is known for. They'll come out and hit you, literally hit you, and everybody backs up and game over. You didn't do that. And then you went up and down the court, which I don't know your teams so much to do that. Tell me why I need to get re-educated to Craig basketball.
Well, it's a pretty good day. You get to come down 757. We pulled out a win, and I get to sit down with legendary Ed Young and talk basketball for a little bit. One of the things we talked about in the game before was we took a long bus ride to get down here. You know how that is with kids, the long bus ride, a lot of distractions. We wanted to come out and play with a lot of energy. We played last night. We played very well defensively. And I thought we came out, we shot the ball very well early. And this group, when we shoot the ball well, we tend to play with more confidence. So for us, it was like handling their physicality because we knew they were very athletic, physical basketball. They let you play a little bit more physical down here. And we knew coming down, that's what you want coming from as far away as we come. We want to play a good team and play a good game. That's an excellent program. That's a good win for us. You know, that's a good team we're playing against. And we're just, you know, our kids just play hard. We're a little more athletic than we usually are, especially in the backcourt.
Well, it's often said that for teams that want to try to win a state title, you got to come and play in the 757 because somebody out of here is probably you're going to meet them down the road. And you came down unapologetically. You came out and you played your game. Now, you dominate first half. We get into second half. Kings Fork wakes up. Yeah. Now they start applying more pressure. Some calls kind of go their way. Take us through the situation where twice Kings Fork cuts that 17-point lead down to 4. And they've got guys capable of getting 4 points in the thing. And I'm watching you from my sideline. You're composed. I think twice you went to the water cooler. Me, I probably went to the doggone wine rack. But you were cool and calm in there. Tell me what was going through your head.
You know, I think one of the things we're fortunate this year is, you know, Theo Burke, Kalen Chilton, Will Taylor, Noah Limbago, Ryan Corello, all those guys played varsity basketball last year. We're in our top 8 or 9. It's not the first time we've seen a 7-8 point run go against us. I thought we helped them a little bit. We turned the ball over a couple times, maybe took a couple like quick shots that maybe weren't the best shots, and we kind of fed into their run. We talked about it the last time out, like, hey, it's a run for them. Let's settle down, get back to executing, moving the ball, and we'll get on a run for ourselves, and we could turn that around quick.
Talk to me about one Kalen Chilton, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 6 steals, composure, couple block shots. Talk about, and he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, very good player, very talented. This is probably the best game he's played this year so far. He was sick. He missed a week with the flu about 2 weeks ago. I think it's taken him a little while to get his energy back. It seems like he's moving a little bit better. You know, for Kalen, what we're working with him on, he's so talented with the ball in his hands. We're trying to get him to work with giving the ball up and relocating and moving, learning how to play without the ball. You know, sometimes with these really young guys that are so talented, they're just so used to having the ball all the time. So to get him to learn to play without it and share it and then get it back, we got some seniors that trust him, and we know, you know, our pecking order, I think, pretty well, and we were able to get him the ball, and he kind of took us home tonight.
Well, the thing I like about him too is composure. He got banged hard. He took an elbow, he took a wrist, a fist. He didn't get up, he didn't throw the ball, he didn't cuss. He just did what was next. Stepped to the foul line, inbound the ball. Composure for a sophomore, unbelievable.
Been playing at a high level. You know, look, I thought the officials were great. They let us play all night both ways. It was physical both ways. Both teams got after each other. Hey, listen, if you're going to be a primetime guy and you're going to get double teamed and have the ball down the stretch, you're going to get fouled and you're going to get bumped and you're going to get beat up, and you got to be able to play through that stuff. And that's the maturity of learning how to play.
And well, the other thing, final thing to you, he wasn't a one-man team. You mentioned a little bit, but talk to us about some of those seniors and what they bring to the squad.
Theo Burke's been playing really well for us, our point guard. He's going to York College next year to play. 3-year starter, very steady, makes his free throws at the end of the game, doesn't turn the ball over a lot. Will Taylor, I thought, played very well until he got a little foul trouble late. Is committed to play at Case Western Reserve. He's an outstanding student, really poised kid, very good passer, ball handler for a bigger kid. And Noah Limbago is kind of like our heartbeat. Physical, defensive guy, can really defend, athletic. And then we got, you know, Corralo made a lot of shots tonight. We've been kind of waiting for him to get off. He made some shots tonight, really kind of opened the game up for us.
Well, look, we appreciate you coming down as always, my friend.
Thanks, Coach.
And good luck. We're into all the rest of the way. Hope maybe someday I get back in it. You and I, we got to have a matchup.
Let's do it.
We'll do it. Pennsylvania buddies.
Coach,
all right,
absolutely,
man.
Coach.
That was Coach Doug Craig, W.T. Woodson. We'll be back over Sports TV here at the Way Basketball Classic, Newport News, Virginia.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.